What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Many of you brothers can remember the high school days. And for some guys, it was good. Most guys, not so good. Because you didn't hit your stride in your development. You didn't have any money. You probably weren't that good looking. Probably still ain't that good looking. And, the women just wasn't checking for you, right? And the women that were out there at the time, they didn't have to do anything but be beautiful. So they had the opportunities, even in college. Freshman, sophomore, junior year, senior year, grad school, those women had an extreme advantage. But what did they do with it? Most of them ended up with, especially in our community, guys who really couldn't read and write, guys who looked good to them, and then they end up then, to get pregnant and all that. And then after that, they don't know how to deal with the fact that they are no longer a hot commodity. It's kind of like Terrell Owens at the end of his career, still thinking he was a Pro Bowl receiver. That time had come and gone. All right. And when women have that issue, they tend to not blame their decisions. Not everybody, but most of them. They tend to blame all men in general. You'll hear things like the dating market is trash. These men are broke. I need to turn gay. You'll hear those things, especially in the black community, and it becomes like a black men thing. And nobody does this better than Amber Rose. Okay. Now, recently, she's crying again on the internet about how, she doesn't want to live with anybody. And nobody gives a damn. Amber, stop the show. Nobody cares that you don't want anybody around your kids or wants to live by you. You're the last person that anybody in the world is thinking about. All right. But for some of you guys who didn't hear that clip, let's go ahead and play it again, and then we'll come back.
I want to be single for the rest of my life.
No, I feel that.
Yeah.
It's scary. It's really, really scary. Mm-hmm. So are you dating right now?
No, not really. I don't want penis. I don't want to share my house or my life with anyone.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone around my kids. I don't want to have sex.
You don't?
No.
What? Wait, why?
Amber, let me see the front one more time.
All right, so guys, you heard that, okay? Now I want to kind of get into certain other things now. What is that? Now listen to this. Amber Rose is still venting. You went on this podcast and you kind of spit that jibber jabber or whatever, right? But look at what Amber Rose is saying right now. Sad music. The media is so disgusting when it comes to women. Y'all wonder why women come out 20 years later talking about the abuse they've endured by the hands of men. Y'all silence us! Because if I ever came out and told the truth, I would be looked at as a hater, and that's sad. I've been so quiet for years about so many effed up people at the expenses of my own mental health because I don't want to deal with the repercussions of the internet calling me a liar, bitter, or a hater, as if some way I deserve to be abused because the internet has a perception of me. And then here's the rest of it. At this point, I just need to write a book. I cannot convey everything on social media. I will donate the proceeds to victims of domestic violence. Now, let me just say this. No doubt, is it possible that women can be abused by men? Nobody is denying that. Now, this whole ordeal about men silencing us and all sort of stuff, come on, a woman can come out and say something and prove it, and the guy will go to jail instantly, okay? But now, here's what's going on. Amber Rose has been mad, pissed off. Because number one, all of the men that you have chose to deal with have been trash. And you're unaccountable for that. Unaccountable for that, right? And let me say shout out to Rollo Tomassi. He has a pretty good clip on this. I want to play that right now. And then we'll really break this down.
I was saying before, women, when it comes to like to their instinct, like the female, intuition kind of thing, it's when women are trying to figure out a guy, if he's the real deal with their feminine intuition, they're always looking for the accurate cues. Okay. Well, the problem is that women don't do themselves any favors amongst themselves when they are trying to discern those things. And then second of all, men don't have any incentive to tell women the truth because first of all, we live in a gynocentric social order, and what that means is a feminine primary social order. So men don't want to step on anyone, so they want to blow their chances. They don't want, like, what was it? The GSS study where it was like guys between the ages of 18 and 24, 29, something like that, are not getting laid. In this generation,
men are reporting the lowest levels of sexual activity
than ever before. But women are not. So women are still getting laid. They're just not getting laid with the majority of the guys right now, because what happens is the guys who get into that situation, there's guys that women want to sort of like use as boyfriend material. And then there's the guys who you meet in the hot guy in the foam cannon party, right? The guy who's like the hot guy in the club that you want to go home with, that's short-term sexual. Women have no more incentive to look. Everyone on this whole panel just said this a second ago, is like their priority for finding the guy to settle down, have kids with, get married with is very, very, very low, right? I want to get mine before the lights come on at the party. Well, the thing is like you're looking for the guy who is a short-term sexual while you are in the time of your life where you can maximize your potential to get that guy. The guys who are trying to get with you, who maybe would make a good long-term partner, they're not going to tell you that you are overweight. They're not going to tell you that that they work at Subway. They're not going to give you the honest cues that I was just telling you. They have like guys amongst ourselves. We will compete with each other for all.
You see, Rollo Tomassi's right, as you heard there. Okay. The issue is that you, Amber, as a woman, you've chosen men that are not marriage material. Everybody you've dealt with has been in entertainment. Okay. The reason why is because of what you put out there. The stable guy that, wants to have a normal wife, a normal good wife, doesn't look at Amber Rose and says, you know what, I want to sign up for that. Like, no, you don't give off that kind of image the way you present yourself. You're very outspoken. You can be conveyed as you can be perceived as very rude. And most guys who have something to lose are not going to really put up with that, so they don't. Okay? And you expect that with the way you present yourself, that, and these are the men that you choose, that you don't want to take any accountability for what's happened in your life. And albeit nobody should ever be abused, but albeit you've also played like you Kanye West. Like, who deals with that guy? Alexander, this guy you had baby with. That guy's a bum. All right? Why would you ever deal with that guy? Alexander Edwards. He's not faithful. He's not a good husband material, but you chose that guy. You had other opportunities. So why would you want to blame all of men and everybody? You're coming after the whole gender. Now, when men have problems with women, we can't come after the whole gender, can we? We cannot. Okay? You're single. You deal with all these celebrities. You blame the media. And a lot of media is owned by women, by the way. You're blaming everybody except for yourself. Okay? Yes, bad things can happen to women. We get that. We understand it. And it's wrong if bad things happen to women. No, nobody is ever going to sit here and say that that's the case. You know what? Bad things, it's okay if nobody's going to say that. But do you have any kind of accountability? Is it because, that, you're kind of close, creeping up on 40 now? you don't have the opportunity with the guys you used to have, and now you're upset about that. Could that be the case? Could that be the case? Because that's very poor. And women need to understand that, hey, you know, there's more to life than just, you know, blaming your problems on other people. Like, stop blaming your problems on other people. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea D. Jackson. Back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.